In the real world, this happens to people every single day. If you work with your hands, people work with their hands, get injured every single day.
Yeah.
And I don't want to be some whiny celebrity. Oh, boo, boo, who is me? I don't want to be one of these people. Oh, I have all these cars and this beautiful house, and look what happened to me. People go, shut up.
Jay Leno, the man who dominated late-night television for decades, is known for his sharp wit, his iconic chin, and a career that amassed a staggering $150 million fortune. But behind the bright lights, the laughs, and the applause, there's one question everyone has been asking: who will inherit Jay Leno's massive fortune when he's gone? For years, the comedian kept his estate plans a closely guarded secret. Speculation ran wild. Fans guessed it might go entirely to his family. Others wondered if charities, trusts, or even unexpected beneficiaries might be involved. Now, shocking revelations from Leno's last will have begun to surface, and the truth is far more surprising than anyone imagined. Insiders reveal that Leno's will isn't just about passing on wealth. It reflects the relationships he values most, the people he trusts, and the legacy he wants to leave behind. The heir to his fortune is reportedly someone no one would have guessed, and the reasons behind his decision are even more astonishing. It's a story of loyalty, unexpected surprises, and careful planning, a side of Jay Leno most of the world has never seen. This revelation forces fans to rethink what they thought they knew about the legendary host. Jay Leno, it turns out, is not just a television icon or a master of comedy. He's a meticulous strategist, a man who has spent decades ensuring his fortune will create an impact long after the final curtain closes. The secrets in his will reveal insights into his life, his relationships, and his values, giving the public a rare glimpse into the private world of one of America's most famous entertainers. For millions of fans, this isn't just celebrity gossip. It's a shocking look at the unexpected twists behind fame, fortune, and family. And now, for the first time, the world is discovering who will truly inherit Jay Leno's $150 million empire. Jay Leno has always been more than just a late-night host. He is a master of timing, a shrewd businessman, and a man who has quietly built an empire that many only dream of. Over decades on The Tonight Show and through his countless side ventures, Leno amassed a staggering $150 million fortune. Yet he has always kept the details of his wealth shrouded in secrecy. Behind the humor, the jokes, and the signature cars, Leno has been meticulously planning something most fans never imagined: how his fortune will be distributed after he's gone. For years, speculation about Leno's heirs ran rampant. Some assumed his wealth would be split entirely between family members, while others whispered about secret trusts, philanthropic contributions, or even distant beneficiaries. Leno himself rarely commented, and when he did, he laughed off questions about his will, insisting that such matters were private. But sources now confirm that there are shocking surprises hidden in his estate decisions that reveal a side of Leno very few have ever seen. First, there is the issue of family. Leno has one daughter, Jane, who has remained largely out of the public eye. While many assumed she would inherit the lion's share of his fortune, insiders reveal that Leno's approach was more nuanced. He has structured his estate to ensure financial stability for her, yes, but also to reward loyalty and trust in ways that reflect the lessons he learned throughout his life. This includes provisions for longtime friends, employees, and even some unexpected beneficiaries who have quietly supported him behind the scenes. The logic, according to those close to him, is simple. Leno has always believed in rewarding commitment, hard work, and dedication, qualities that extend beyond family ties. Perhaps the most shocking revelation, however, is the identity of the primary heir. While the world assumed it would be Jane, the truth is far more complicated. Leno's will reportedly designates a combination of family and select individuals who have been integral to his career and personal life. This is not simply a monetary decision. It is a reflection of trust, relationships, and recognition of those who stood by him during both triumphs and setbacks. The heir or heirs include individuals who have remained largely invisible to the public eye, which is why this revelation comes as such a shock the structure of the estate itself, is also revealing. Leno has created trusts and staggered distributions designed to protect his fortune from reckless spending, while ensuring that the recipients benefit in meaningful ways. This careful planning mirrors the same meticulousness that Leno brought to his career. Never impulsive, always thoughtful, and with an eye toward long-term impact. From the millions invested in properties, to his legendary car collection, to his philanthropic endeavors, every asset has been accounted for in a plan that is as strategic as it is surprising. For decades, fans saw Jay Leno as the affable, approachable comedian, the man who could make the nation laugh at the end of a long day. But the revelations in his last will show a different side, a man who is fiercely strategic, deeply loyal, and incredibly thoughtful about the legacy he leaves behind. This is not just a story about money. It is a story about values, relationships, and the unexpected ways in which a life built in the spotlight can impact those closest to him. As the world begins to uncover the details of Leno's final wishes, one thing becomes clear. The heir to his $450 million fortune is someone the public never expected. And the reasons behind these decisions are just as shocking as the identity itself. Jay Leno, it seems, has saved his biggest surprise for last. Jay Leno's fortune has long been a subject of fascination, but few expected the level of thoughtfulness and surprising twists hidden in his final will. At 61 years old, when he retired from The Tonight Show, Leno began planning meticulously for the future, not just to protect his wealth, but to ensure that it reflected his values, his loyalties, and the people who shaped his life. Sources reveal that while many assumed his $450 million would go primarily to his daughter, Jane Leno, there is a web of beneficiaries that no one saw coming. First, family is still central to Leno's plans. Jane, raised with discretion and shielded from much of Hollywood's glare, is guaranteed security. But Leno's intentions go beyond her. His will reportedly includes significant portions set aside for employees who have been with him for decades, assistants, producers, and even members of his personal staff. These are people who, in many ways, helped build the empire behind the scenes, often without recognition. Leno's reasoning is simple: loyalty matters. Those who supported him through grueling schedules, last-minute sketches, and decades of public scrutiny deserve to share in his success. The most shocking part, however, is the inclusion of unexpected individuals outside of his immediate circle. Longtime friends, collaborators, and even mentors who influenced his career trajectory are set to receive substantial gifts. One source revealed that some beneficiaries were so unexpected that even members of his family were stunned. These decisions, Leno apparently believed, reflected not just financial generosity, but acknowledgement of the personal impact these individuals had on his life. Leno's philanthropic spirit also plays a significant role in his estate. Millions are earmarked for charities, educational foundations, and causes he has quietly supported for years. These contributions are not merely acts of generosity, but are carefully structured to ensure lasting impact. By establishing trusts and staggered giving, Leno ensures that his fortune continues to work long after he is gone, reflecting his lifelong commitment to planning and foresight. Perhaps the most fascinating revelation is how he structured the inheritance. It's not a lump sum, and it's not as straightforward as many would assume. Leno designed his will to provide for both immediate needs and long-term stability, carefully balancing liquidity with assets like his extensive car collection, real estate, and memorabilia. This approach guarantees that the wealth will endure, while also preserving sentimental and historically valuable items for those who appreciate their significance. Even the heir who will receive the largest portion is someone few expected. Leno's decision reflects his appreciation for a lifetime of loyalty, hard work, and shared experience, qualities he has always valued over fame or bloodline alone. The public, accustomed to celebrity fortunes going entirely to children or spouses, is shocked by Leno's more nuanced approach. Behind the laughter, the charm, and the bright lights of late-night television, this portion of Leno's estate demonstrates a man who is deliberate, thoughtful, and deeply aware of the people who shaped his life. Every decision in the will sends a message: money is not merely for spending. It is a reflection of values, recognition, and respect. By structuring his fortune in this way, Jay Leno ensures that the story of his wealth is not simply one of dollars and cents. It is a story about relationships, loyalty, and foresight, and a legacy that will surprise and shock the world for years to come. Jay Leno's $450 million fortune has always been the subject of speculation, but the details of his will reveal a story far more intricate and surprising than anyone imagined. While most assumed that his wealth would pass almost entirely to his daughter Jane, sources close to Leno confirm that he deliberately structured the estate to benefit multiple parties: family, longtime employees, friends, and a few unexpected beneficiaries whose inclusion has shocked even the most loyal fans. At the heart of the will is Jane, Leno's only child. She receives the largest portion of his estate, ensuring that she is financially secure for life. However, Leno did not want her inheritance to come in a single lump sum. Instead, the money is staggered through trusts designed to provide long-term stability, protect against poor financial decisions, and ensure that she benefits from the fortune in a sustainable way. This approach reflects Leno's careful, methodical personality, the same traits that helped him navigate decades in the unpredictable world of show business. What surprises many is the inclusion of Leno's longtime staff and collaborators, assistants who have been with him for decades, key producers, and members of his behind-the-scenes team are listed as beneficiaries. These individuals were instrumental in building Leno's empire, and he wanted to ensure that their loyalty and hard work were recognized. For many, it is not the amount that is shocking, but the gesture itself, a reminder that in Leno's world, dedication and trust matter as much as blood ties. Perhaps the most jaw-dropping aspect of the will is the identity of the heir, who receives an unexpectedly large share of the estate outside of the family. This is someone few ever anticipated, not a business partner, not a celebrity friend, but an individual who played a critical, yet largely unseen, role in Leno's life. While the exact name remains confidential, sources hint that this person has been with Leno through some of his most challenging personal and professional moments, earning not only his trust but his deepest respect. The decision underscores a side of Jay Leno rarely discussed. His loyalty is absolute, and he rewards those who have been constants in his life. In addition to these beneficiaries, a significant portion of the fortune is earmarked for charitable causes. Leno has long been known for quietly supporting education, medical research, and social programs, and his estate ensures that these contributions continue. By structuring donations through trusts, he guarantees that his philanthropy will have a lasting impact, reflecting the careful planning that defines both his professional and personal life. Assets like his legendary car collection, real estate holdings, and personal memorabilia are also distributed strategically, often to individuals who will truly appreciate them rather than simply profit. This attention to detail demonstrates Leno's desire to leave a meaningful, lasting legacy, one that honors relationships, loyalty, and shared history. By carefully dividing his fortune, Leno shows that wealth is not simply a number on a balance sheet. It is a reflection of values, a reward for loyalty, and a mechanism for creating lasting impact. The structure of the will surprises everyone because it emphasizes what Jay Leno has always known. Money alone is not the ultimate measure of success. Relationships, trust, and careful planning matter far more. As the world begins to digest these revelations, one truth becomes clear: Jay Leno's fortune is not just about dollars and fame. It is about loyalty, foresight, and the people who truly mattered in his life. And the heir to his empire is someone the public never expected. Jay Leno's life has always been about more than just laughter. Behind the bright lights, the late-night jokes, and the roaring applause, he has built a legacy that goes far beyond television. Now, with the details of his $450 million fortune finally coming to light, the emotional depth of his decisions is clear. This is not just about money, it is about loyalty, gratitude, and the surprising ways a man can honor those who shaped his life. The heir to Leno's fortune, as shocking as it is, reflects the values he has carried throughout his career. This is someone who has been present not for the fame, but for the moments when Leno needed support most. While the public expected his daughter Jane to inherit everything, Leno's final plan tells a story of fairness, foresight, and recognition of unseen contributions. Those closest to him understand that this decision is deeply personal, rooted in decades of trust and shared experiences. It is a choice that surprises the world, but is entirely consistent with the man who has always operated with both intelligence and heart. Beyond the financial surprise, the will reveals Leno's careful attention to detail. Each portion of the estate has been structured to provide long-term stability, with staggered trusts and thoughtful allocations that protect the wealth from sudden misuse. His real estate holdings, prized car collection, and even rare collectibles are distributed to those who will truly appreciate them, not merely as possessions, but as extensions of the life he has lived and the legacy he wishes to leave. Leno has always been meticulous, and even in death, his strategy ensures that every asset serves a purpose. Perhaps the most emotional aspect of the will is the acknowledgement of relationships outside of family. Longtime staff, mentors, and friends who have been quietly loyal for decades are recognized in ways the public could never have imagined. Leno has demonstrated that money is not only a reward, but also a form of gratitude, a way to honor those who have shared in both his struggles and successes. These gestures, while surprising to outsiders, reflect a man who has never forgotten the people who stood by him in the shadows. The charitable provisions in Leno's estate also reveal a side of him that few saw publicly. Millions are allocated to causes he has quietly championed for years: education, medical research, and community programs. This ensures that his influence extends beyond the personal, affecting lives far beyond Hollywood. In every sense, the will is a testament to Leno's understanding of legacy, not just in fame, but in impact, compassion, and responsibility. As the world reacts to the revelations, the lesson is clear. Jay Leno's fortune is more than a figure in the news. It tells a story about trust, loyalty, and thoughtful planning. It challenges assumptions about celebrity wealth, showing that the most important inheritance is not always money. It is recognition, fairness, and gratitude. In the end, Leno's last will does more than surprise the public. It cements the legacy of a man who, even after leaving the stage, continues to command respect, admiration, and astonishment. His $450 million fortune may shock the world, but the thoughtfulness behind it shows that Jay Leno has always been a man of far greater depth than most realized, a man whose greatest inheritance is the values he leaves behind.